Okay, so Zombie launched. I think. I don't even remember when it launched. I wanted to say today, but I don't think so. I'm going to purposely not show the username that posted this post because it is a developer or somebody that does work for Ubisoft, so I am not going to show it to protect his identity and, prevent, potential assets from showing up. So what I'm going to do is go through a list here. Yeah, a list. A very, very, very detailed list of fixes that Ubisoft says will make the game run. Now, the post says minimizing or crashing on startup. Check here first. So here are the things that they say that should help remedy the issue. Run as administrator. A very common fix for most games. Verify files on Steam and Uplay. Yet again, a very common thing. And then the list goes on and on and on and on. Okay, verify files. Disable Crossfire. Disable SLI. Disable Uplay overlay. Disable Steam overlay. Lower in-game graphical resolution. Lower in-game resolution. Why the fuck would I do that? Why would I lower the in-game resolution? It runs fine. The game runs fine at the resolution I'm at. Why in the balls would I want to do that to prevent it from crashing and or minimizing? Okay, the minimizing I can probably handle myself, but the crashing, I don't see how this is going to stop it from crashing, okay? Fix your game, Ubisoft. Really. And this is another issue I kind of have with Ubisoft. Every game they launch, every game, is like bugged the fuck. It's just not good. These games are just, the majority of them have launched broken, and yet people buy them. It's disgusting, really. It really is disgusting. Disable this, disable that, run that in administrator, lower your in-game, resolution, turn off overlays, disable, SLI and Crossfire, verify files, run game as administrator. I know people on PC are probably used to this by now and used to freaking going in there making, self fixes, homemade fixes for games or workarounds. But why do we have to do this? Why? Please tell me why. Why do we have to do this? Why? It's frustrating. Especially somebody who has, essentially seen Ubisoft, kind of just damage their games and launch them in such a fucked up state. You get tired of it. You really do. And then when you see a game like this, which isn't really bad in terms of performance, it runs it runs phenomenally. Okay, I will say that it runs phenomenally. It should run on pretty much any system. Okay, it's not something. It won't run on a complete potato, but it'll run on some decent systems. The game, like I said, though it runs well, frame rate wise and everything, the freaking game crashes. Okay, let me give you what I experienced. Okay, so I died. I respawned as a girl, some girl. I don't remember her freaking name. I go back to retrieve my bug out bag. I then go through this one loading door. I think it was a red door. I had to cut through the subway to get there and then go through this door. I think there was a hole in the wall somewhere I had to crawl through and then get to the door. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. I can see it vividly within my mind. But anyway, I go to that door, I hit exit, it loads, it gives me the loading screen, tells me hit escape to continue. I hit escape, I hear a random sound like music or something, possibly the music that occurred when I died in that particular area, because when I did die, I was being swarmed by a horde of zombies, and what ended up happening was I was shooting zombies like a boss, blowing them up like Rambo with a freaking 50 cal, and then all of a sudden, a zombie out of left field, literally out of, like, more like the right field, out of the right field, literally just kind of comes out of nowhere, whacks my ass with his hand. I dismount the freaking gun. I try to whack him to death. It doesn't work. So what do I end up doing? Yeah, this is what I end up doing. I freaking try to kill him. The zombies are moving too fast towards me. I run around. I get killed. And then after that, I respawn. I go back. And guess what? The game crashed. That is essentially what happened. Yes, that is what happened. And and now I have to restart the game as the same guy. I have to restart the game. I have to. I can't continue in the game anymore because every time I try to go and retrieve my shit, the game just crashes. It crashes. It gives me an error message. So it's not one of those weird fucked up ones that says, you know, oh, well, the game just closed all of a sudden. It didn't tell me why. It didn't give me an error message. So at least it gave me an error message. But this thing, it's not other shit like freaking Arkham Knight, that's for sure. But, and it's definitely not as bad as Assassin's Creed Unity, but good God, why do we gotta do this just to get the game working? And no, I am not doing this one. I am not lowering my in-game resolution. I am sorry, Ubisoft, but that to me is not an option.